Hello students of class 6. We are learning physics, and today we'll do our next chapter, that is our chapter 4, that is simple machine. And this will be the uh, last chapter of your first term, and that's second chapter which we left, that we will cover in second term. So chapter number 1, 3 and 4 will be our first term syllabus. So, and this is our last chapter of first term. So next we will cover in second term. Okay, so listen carefully. This is very important chapter because the same chapter is in class 10th also. Means the concept are broader in class 10th, but the basic concept are same. So if you learn it here, you will not have problem in class 10th. Okay, so listen nicely and learn the concepts of this chapter. So this chapter is simple machine, as you can see in your book also. Okay, means this chapter will deal about the simple machines. Okay, machines are of two types, simple and complex machines. Okay, so first we will learn about the basic concept of this simple machine. Okay, so we have two types of machine. First of all, simple machines and complex machines, and in our syllabus we have only simple machine. We are not touching this part complex machine, but I will give general example of this. Like simple machines are of simple, which are made up of one kind only, and this complex machine are made up of two or more than two simple machines. Means they are made up of from these simple machines. Like you might have seen bicycle, tractor, bus, car. Okay, tractor, computer. Okay, heavy machines. So they are complex machines. These are complex machines, and they are made up of these simple machines. There will be combination of simple machines to form complex machines, and simple machines are of 6 type mainly, and then we will learn them deeply one by one. So this is the basic concept of this simple and complex two types of machine. But this chapter start first of all with the concept of work and energy. Okay, and again this is very important term in physics, because you will study these two terms again and again. Okay, they will come again and again because they are very important terms. So if you study higher classes also, the same terms are there. You will do your college, graduation, whatever, you have to study this concept deeply. So learn it nicely. They are very important. Okay, so there is topic given also in your book, work and energy. Okay, so we'll learn them one by one, what is work and what is energy. So first of all we will talk about work. So what is work? This is the question, this is the topic. Okay, work is, means it is not related to the simple term we use for work. Okay, means generally if you are means you cannot compare it with worldly work. This is different work. Like we are writing, we are cutting vegetables, or we are filling water somewhere. So they are not that kind of work. This is the term in physics. This is different term, so we learn it deeply, that what is work according to physics. Okay, so work is, suppose we have object here. Suppose we have a box. This is a box and we have to displace this box from this position A to position B. Okay, means we have to carry this box from here to here. Okay, so a person applies force. Okay, a person is there and he applies force, means he push this box and then he slides it to position B, and then he displaces this box to position B from A to B. So then this case there will be work done. Okay, so means that person is doing some work. So what will be the definition of work? The definition of work says that if we or if a person applies force, this is the simple definition of work, that if a person applies force and object moves, okay, object moves, this is the very simplest definition. If a person applies force and the object moves, as here in this case, that person is applying force, he is pushing this box and this box is moving along with this distance d. Suppose this is the distance d from here to here, so there will be work done. Okay, so the formula for work will come W equals to F into D. This is the formula for work. Work is force into, this is displacement or distance moved by that thing, that object. Okay, where F equals to force and D equals to displacement, or we can say distance moved in the direction of force. Okay, so this is the formula for work. Force into displacement means, suppose he applies here 20 Newton force. You know the SI unit of force we learned in last chapter. So this is 20 Newton force, and suppose it moves, the distance is 5 meter. Okay, so in this case work will be, the force is 20 Newton into, and distance is 5 meter. So work will be 20 into 500 Newton meter, or SI unit of work is joule. This is not symbol or, this is means or here. Again it is not divided, or joule. The SI unit, you have to remember this, SI unit of work is equals to joule. This is very important and it is denoted by J. Okay, it can ask in exam that what is the SI unit of work. So the SI unit of work is joule, or you can say Newton meter. So 1 joule equals to 1 Newton meter. Okay, so both are equal. You can write joule also or Newton meter, but we commonly use joule. It is denoted by J. Okay, so this is the concept of work, and there are examples given in your book. Okay, so I'll read quickly here. The term work as understood in everyday life has a different meaning in scientific language. Okay, so that is different from the daily work that we use. So in physics, work is said to be done if a force acting on the body moves it or change its position or shape in the direction of force acting on the body. So it simply says that thing which I told you, that if we are applying force and object is moving or it is changing its position or shape in the direction of force acting on the body, that is said to be work done. And an example is given, that a boy picking his school bag from the ground. Okay, so if bag is lying on the ground and he is picking that up, so that bag is it is moving some distance, it is displacing. Okay, so that will be work done. A girl riding a bicycle, so she is applying force on pedals, and then that bicycle is moving, so there is force also and it is moving also, so that is work. Girl playing hockey, a man pushing a pram. Okay, so in this case there is force applied and that object is also moving, so they are called work done. Okay, and then the cases also is there that there is no work. Okay, when there will be no work, so when we can say that there is no work, suppose you are pushing a wall. Okay, suppose this is a wall. Okay, this is a wall and you are pushing, you are applying force on this wall of your room or house. Okay, so what will happen is this wall will move? It will not move. Okay, not move, no movement, no movement in this. So if there is no movement means distance will be 0. So we know that we are applying force. Okay, so suppose we are applying force of 20 Newton again. Okay, so work done here will be, force is 20 Newton and displacement, it is not moving, no movement, matlab D is 0, so work will be 0, means there is no work. So either case, if we are not applying force, or either if object is not moving, so either we are applying force, object is not moving, so there will be no work. We cannot say that we are working, or physics don't say that that is work. Okay, so means the condition should be that we should apply force and that object should move. There should be movement in object, that is said to be work. Okay, so example according to your books, so they have given this two example, that no example of no work, that a child is standing with his bag and waiting for the school bus does no work as he is not moving. Okay, so that child is simply standing and not moving at all, so means the distance is 0, the displacement is 0, so no work. And similarly, when a person push a tree, he is along also not doing any work, because that tree will not move. Okay, so this is the concept of work. And then next topic we have energy. Okay, this is also important term, energy. So we will learn it, what is energy, and then we will continue our chapter. So this energy is means if we are doing work, so we need energy for that. If we don't have energy, we cannot do any work. Okay, so energy is simply capacity of doing work. Capacity of doing work means if we are capable of doing work or not. For that capacity we need energy. Capacity of doing work is called energy. Okay, this is the simplest definition of energy, that capacity of doing work, or in another term it is also known as ability to do work. Okay, ability to do work is called energy. So two things, either we can say capacity of doing work and ability to do work, means if we are able to do work or not. If we are able, it means we have energy, and if we are not able, means we don't have energy. Means for example, if a person wants to run and he didn't eat for 2-3 days, so he will be unable to run. Okay, because that person don't have energy. If he want to carry a thing, carry a load, he want to lift some load and he don't have energy, so he will be unable to lift that load, because that person do not have energy. So energy is needed to do work. Okay, so this is the concept of energy. And the SI unit is same. SI unit of energy is also joule. Okay, and remember one thing, that work, we can do that much work, the amount of energy, whatever amount of energy we will have, we will do that much work only. So we can say that work is equals to energy, means we will do that much work only, whatever amount of energy we will have. Okay, if we will have 20 joule energy, we can do work of 20 joule. Okay, you have to remember this, that work is equals to energy, that SI unit of energy are same, joule, so that is also equal. And this is also work energy relationship, this is called work energy relationship. Okay, so you will learn this more in higher classes, but just simply remember that work is also equals to energy. Suppose we are calculating work, we can use formula of energy, and if we are calculating energy, we can also use formula of work. So this is the concept of energy. So just we'll look into your book, what your book says. So it says that okay, so it says the term work and energy are very closely related to each other. Ever since we wake up in the morning, we start doing a number of activities. After getting up, we take bath, leave for school, study, play and do various other activities that engage us the whole day. You must have noticed when you play or work a long time, you get tired. Okay, so you might have seen that when you play work for a longer time, you get tired. This is because when you work, energy in your body get used up. Okay, so for doing that work, our body needs energy. Okay, so energy in your body gets used up. In fact, to do work, one needs energy. Means he's saying that to do any work we need energy. Therefore we can define energy as the ability of a body to do work. Okay, so this is the definition, that ability of a body to do work. So we may say that energy is the cause and work is the effect. Okay, this is the important statement, that it says energy is the cause and work is the effect. Means energy is the reason that we are doing that work, so it is the cause and work is the effect of that cause. So I hope you understand these two concepts. Okay, and then in next video we will cover the concept of simple machine. So revise and learn these concept of work and energy, and we will meet in next video. Okay, so study well. So see you in next video. God bless you all.